Hey everyone, it's Carleen Clearwater, Kick-Ass Marketing and Creative. Welcome to the Time and Dime Audit. It's good old spreadsheet. So, first things first, if you're working with the spreadsheet, this is not written in stone. This has to be customized to fit you, your team, your industry, your business. This is just so that you have a jump off point so that you're just not just staring at a blank spreadsheet, that I give you, somewhere to just kind of get the wheels turning. So there, my logo not on this. This is not about me. This is not about Kick-Ass. This is about you and your business. So you want to throw your logo on here? Great. You want to add more columns or add more details? Great. You want to do the bare bones? Do the bare bones. If you are working with me, then this worksheet has a really important role. It helps me, one, onboard faster with you, making sure that I know exactly month to month what you're doing. Where are you spending your time and energy, right? And your money, right? Also, with my 30 years of experience, I can jump in and kind of see the tools you're using, and maybe instantly find some ways for you to save money, right? Alternate resources, alternate tools, etc. Maybe you're using something that's just super trendy, but maybe way too robust for what you need, and we can, cut you back to a tool that's more simplified and definitely cheaper, or a free version. So there's all types of things that when I put my 30 years of experience, when I put my eyeballs on this, it's like, right? Like my brain starts firing. So it helps me jump in, parachute in, and help you kick ass faster, right? It also helps me kind of know in an instant, where are we spending the most time and dime, right? A lot of times when I start working with, small businesses, money don't grow on trees, and time definitely doesn't grow on trees. And a lot of times as business owners, we get caught up in the DIY death swirl, and there's no shame in that game because that's how we all got here, right? We're the big number one bookkeeper, the number one sales, number one marketing person. We're doing all of our own social media, that's how we built these businesses, right? But at this point, if you're reaching out to me or if you're watching this video, it's because you're trying to scale, or you're trying to grow another part of your business, and that means you got to find money somewhere, right? Or find time somewhere. So as the business owner, we want you spending more time on, talking to clients, or in sales, or in the strategy, in the big picture, and where can we find maybe a tool or a resource for you to eliminate some of those tasks. Yeah, so it helps me onboard. It helps me know what's a priority for you. Um, it helps me instantly kind of maybe find some budget, right? So if we want to kick ass and do some cool new things, well, we got to find money for that, right? Not one business owner have I ever met is just sitting around on a pile of money waiting for me to tell them how to go spend it. Not one, not one. So we got to find the time and we got to find the dime on how to kick ass in the next 90 days. So I don't want this to be stressy. There's no shame. There's no doing it perfect. There's just get started. Don't worry about having everything and anything in here. Just get started, right? As we do work together, or as you go, you'll think of something else. It's also really good for, kind of adding up at the end of the day. Oh, hell, I totally forgot I was doing that, right? And so it puts a real dollar amount on what is my actual marketing budget. What are my actual expenses, payroll and hard, tools and resources expenses. And again, no shame here. Zero, zero. 85% of all small businesses don't have a marketing plan or marketing budget. 85%. So there's no shame. This is not for me to look at you and say, I can't believe you don't have a marketing budget. That's not this. That is 1,000% not this. This is so that I can jump in faster and help you know where you're at faster. So the time and dime audit is part of the phase where we are figuring out where you're at. We all know where we want to go. We want to get here, right? We all know the goal. We want to get here. Well, in order to get here, we got to know where you're starting. We have to know where we're at. I have to know. We got to get real about where we're at. What are we actually spending? What do we actually have to spend? Where are we using time and dime? This is, like I said, there's no shame in this game. It's just really important for me to know the real picture. of where you're at, so that we know we know where you want to go, and we know if we know where you're at, then I can help you connect the dots. That's why you're hiring me or working with me or watching my videos or whatever that is. I'm going to help you connect the dots, but we got to know both dots, right? So again, there's no shame in this. And I know sometimes it's odd. Sometimes a lot of marketing industry people don't talk about money, which is a little bananas to me. That's bananas. So we're going to talk about money. We talk about money a lot. I need to know the money. Because my whole goal is to help you make money. So I got to know the money. I got to know where we're starting, so that we can connect the dots. So again, edit it. If this is a Google sheet, you can open this up in Excel. If Excel is more your jam, it don't matter, right? I like this format. So if you're not working with me and you're just grabbing this free template, go bananas. Do whatever you want, right? It's editable, right? If you're working with me, I like this format, tools and payroll, this basic kind of format, because it helps me, like I said, jump in faster because I understand this format. This is the format that I work with all day, every day with clients. So kind of pushing your information into this format. Maybe you already have a glorious spreadsheet and we can look at that. But I like this format when we're working together because it helps me. I know instantly what this is. And I know how to scan it really quickly and rock and roll. The other last thing is all of these items here are suggestions, samples. Just, you might not have some of these. You might have all of these. But you need to edit this, right, to match what you're doing. This is just so that you're not staring at a blank spreadsheet. And then, because what happens is a business owner goes, I'll just do that later. Well, that's the death, right? If the comeback later. So this is literally just to help you get started. And it's forever. You're going to be adding to it. And then the only other piece I will put is even on the tools expenses, I put cost per month. So even if it's a one-time cost or an annual cost, try to just guesstimate it out to be, what the monthly rate would be. That's because payroll is easy to do by month. Budgets are easy to do month by month, right? It's like a cool chunk of time and dime to be working with versus like weekly or annual or yada, 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 right? So we're trying to get everything same, monthly. How much are we spending time and dime, right? On X, 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 and X. That is an actionable formula and an actionable number for us, right? Again, if you're not working with me, you do whatever you want. But for me, if we're working together, that's what's going to make it easiest for us to be speaking the same language and for us to be working together. So otherwise, please add the things. I've got some pre-categories here. If all of a sudden you have another category, you can just hit this little pencil, edit it, and add another category. Again, I just gave you these to kind of, one, don't forget these. Like, you should check these out, see if you have anything in these categories. And again, just to help you get started, to help you get through this exercise faster, get it off the ground. So anyways, as a graphic designer, I'm not a big fan of spreadsheets, but as a marketer that wants to kick ass and take names, I love me a spreadsheet. It just helps us, especially as business owners, like just get organized, right? One, this also helps you. This is an awesome tool to help you and all of your team get on the same page. If you have existing team people, right? Maybe you have a vendor that you're already working with. The more they know about the big picture, the better, right? Obviously, a trusted partner. But if you have team, if you have people on the payroll, the more you are all on the same page with budget and where you are at, the better. It just is. This is an excellent tool to make sure that you're remembering their expenses. They might just be running in the background and you forgot, oh, hell, we paid $30 a month for that. So this is a great time to make sure everybody's on the same page and everybody's getting organized together. So as a business owner, and if you don't have a team and you're getting ready to expand or scale or hire new people, showing them this tool, right? Or showing them this worksheet or having them jump in on this worksheet, especially if they're digging through an old desk or digging through an old, maybe you had a past employee that left and you got a new person coming in and digging around. These types of worksheets are great for helping them know where to start digging and looking for stuff, right? And also let them instantly, just like I am, put their expertise just instantly, like, oh, I know this, I know that. Oh man, we were using this, but my old company, we switched to this software because it's cheaper and it's better, and we should take a look at that. So again, these worksheets just really kind of serve as a more of a communication tool. It's not finance. This ain't for finance. My best friends that are actual VPs of finance and accountants would cringeola. They would be cringing. They'd be very proud of me for even having a spreadsheet, but no, because they love spreadsheets. But my besties would be this is not for finance. This is not for finance. This is for a communication tool and an exercise. It's not about the ta-da perfect mathy spreadsheet. It's a communication tool for you and your team, for me and you and your team, and also for us to be having conversations around what are we working with, tools and assets, as far as time and dime for your marketing and your advertising, right? So it's an exercise, whipping it all together and getting on the same page, right? So this is just an exercise. It's not for finance people. Yeah, and no laughing. There's no laughing at my skills, because this is about as good as I get for spreadsheets. All right, kick ass. Have fun. Okay, no shame. Just start whipping it together. All right, bye.